Today, I want to talk about something that doesn't get nearly enough attention in the gaming community, especially among Xbox users, and that's the very real risk of permanently losing your entire digital game library if your account gets hacked. This is not some rare edge case, and it's not just a hypothetical what if. This is something that has happened to real people, people who did nothing wrong, people who followed the rules, paid for their games, built up libraries over years or even decades, and then suddenly found themselves locked out of everything with no guaranteed way back in. When you really sit down and think about it, it's honestly terrifying how fragile digital ownerships can be. The first thing we need to understand is how digital game ownership actually works on Xbox. When you buy a digital game, you are not buying a physical product that you can hold, resell, or keep no matter what. You're buying a license that is tied directly to your Microsoft account. That account is the single key to everything you own digitally: your games, your DLC, your add ons, your save files, your achievements, your subscriptions like Game Pass or Xbox Live. All of it exists only as long as you have access to that account. The moment you lose access to it, your entire library effectively disappears. You could still have your console sitting right there, perfectly fine, but without that account, all those purchases might as well never even existed. Now, let's talk about what actually happens when Xbox account gets hacked. A hacker doesn't need physical access to your console. All they need is your login information, and that could be obtained in so many ways now, from phishing emails and fake websites to data breaches or completely unrelated services where people reuse the same password. Once someone gets into your account, things can escalate extremely fast. They can change your email address, your password, your recovery options, and lock you out entirely. They can make fraudulent purchases, abuse services, or do things that violate Microsoft's terms of service while pretending to be you. And here's where things start to feel especially cool. If Microsoft detects suspicious activity, or if the account ends up violating their policies, the account can be suspended or permanently banned. And in many cases, it doesn't matter that you were the victim. From the system's point of view, the account did the damage. If the ban sticks, your entire digital library goes with it. Years of purchases, potentially thousands of dollars spent, all gone in an instant. No refunds, no transfers, no second chances. And that's where, in my opinion, this situation starts to feel like someone is being victimized twice. First, you're victimized by the hacker. Your personal account is compromised, your sense of security is shattered, and something you invested time and money to is taken from you. That alone is stressful, frustrating, and upsetting. But then, if you lose your digital library forever, you're victimized a second time. This time, not by the hacker, but by the system itself. You didn't break the rules, you didn't cheat, you didn't exploit anything, yet you're the one who pays the ultimate price. Losing your account is one thing. Losing your entire digital history, your games, your memories, your progress, that's something else entirely. And this is why I think this goes beyond just personal responsibility and account security. Yes, people should use strong passwords. Yes, two factor authentication should be enabled. Yes, people should be careful about phishing attempts. All of that matters. But even when users do everything right, accounts can still be compromised. Digital systems are not perfect, and pretending that every hacked account is somehow the user's fault is unfair. The reality is that digital libraries are inherently fragile, and the consequences of losing access to them are disproportionately severe. This is a larger problem with digital ownership as a whole, not just on Xbox, but across gaming in general. When everything is tied to an account instead of a physical product, the power imbalance becomes very clear. Companies control access, enforcement, and recovery. Players assume all the risk, and when something goes wrong, there is often no safety net. That's why I strongly believe Xbox should do more to protect users who have been hacked. If someone can prove their account was compromised, there should be stronger protections in place to ensure their digital purchases are not permanently erased. At the very least, there should be a clearer, more reliable recovery process that doesn't leave people waiting weeks or months only to be told there's nothing that can be done. Digital libraries are only going to become more common. Physical media is already disappearing. Digital only consoles exist. Subscription services are expanding. Xbox is pushing an ecosystem where everything flows through one account. And if that's the future, then there needs to be better accountability and better consumer protection. Losing access to an account should not mean losing everything forever, especially when the user is the victim of a crime. I'm not making this video to scare people or to bash Xbox just for the sake of it. I'm making it because this is something every Xbox user should be aware of. Your account is not just a login, it is your entire gaming identity. It is your collection, it is your history, and once it's gone, there's no guarantee you'll ever get it back. That's a reality that deserves to be talked about more openly. If you got value out of this video, if it made you think, or if you agree that this is an issue that needs more attention, I'd really appreciate it if you gave the video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. I cover topics like this because gaming matters and protecting gamers matters. Thanks for watching, take care of your accounts, and as always, game on.